PSY-POD. PSY-POD. We're filming this on a Monday, and Sai has some work, so he's got office, so he couldn't make it. And today with us in the studio we have a very well-known figure in the Bhutanese model industry. Correct? Is it the model industry? Do you call it the model industry?
Pageantry would be nicer.
Okay, in the Bhutanese pageant industry. She recently got back from India, where she participated in the Miss... What's the word? Supermodel.
Miss Supermodel
There.
Worldwide
It's like,
2022.
yeah, there we go. It's right here. She went on my behalf, but this is mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you can see, she won Miss Intellectual. So, of course, please welcome our guest, Miss Devka.
Hello, everyone.
Clap.
So bad.
We hired two clappers. And of course, to replace Sai today, we have Norla.
Miss Devka call gani mishi no lab de machine reo bomb. Chogoi lo lab is as well.
He's
Okay, do I have to introduce myself again?
No, we'll go from here. Would you like to?
No, it's okay.
All right. I'm not going to wear this because I'm doing this gross injustice. I think you should wear it for yourself because this is something you have earned.
Do I have to wait or I'll
It's really up to you.
I'll just keep it here.
Oh yeah, so today is also the 24th, so happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali. Thank you so much and happy Diwali to everyone out there.
Do we get
who's
shell
watching.
roti?
Exactly, I was like, "Mera cell roti."
Cell-
Mama
Roti?
wins. Yeah, man.
I have to make first.
So you know how to make cell roti.
I know it. Talk.
It's all those sounds. No, but actually, yeah, I have always wanted to know, how do you make cell roti? Let's begin. Let's talk about your career in the beauty industry by first learning how you made cell
Shell
roti.
roti.
Now you put me on the spot. Okay. First, it's
Take notes.
it's with rice flour and atta maida mixed, and also you have to put a little bit of coconut to make it more sweeter, and then you just like make a, how do we say,
A dough?
not like the hard one, the watery one, so that it goes like
Oh, you want like a paste?
Paste.
yeah. So you just go this and so that's it.
So do I have to make the sound when I'm cooking? Yeah.
So you have to make the shape on the pan, in the circle there.
Pan, and a baby, so that it goes like round, baby, and top the baby, and it round, and you just flip it. That's
Sugar
it.
lots.
Sugar. It depends on like how you wanna take
Sugar
it.
is
Like,
nice.
Some people like a sweet cell roti. I'm more in favor.
if you
of
eat with tea, it's better to have like little bit of sweetness. But if you are eating with curry, then it's weird, right? Sweet cell roti and curry.
an achar.
Achar.
Achar is the best.
You know how Diwali started?
How do you?
Yeah, of course, man.
Well, Diwali isn't Diwali the celebration of Ram's victory
Okay.
over Ravan? Yeah.
Over Lanka.
Defeat of darkness by light.
That's why they
Yeah.
burned down this huge haystack of Ravan on Diwali.
And contribute to climate
And
change.
I'm the one who is Hindu here, and I'm like, wow.
No,
What?
it's okay.
But I knew about it, but
You were
the
confused.
way he asked me, like,
Okay.
I thought there were like other news.
Incidentally, during the Miss Supermodel Worldwide, during the talent route, Devika actually made cell rotis for everyone. She wore a lovely gown and took out a giant frying pan. Did you? Please say you did. That would have been an amazing talent.
Gosh, damn it! Maybe next time. If I ever like go for another pageant, I'll take note of this.
So yeah, now we're going to move on to a little. Well, now that you know what, cell roti is kind of making me a little hungry, so we're going to move on to the next one. But like, why pageantry? Why modeling?
How did you get into it?
Yeah, exactly.
I asked this same question to myself over again, over and over again. Like, I'm a bit confused with myself only. Like, from football player to getting into pageant to.
Wait, you played football?
Of course.
No, I'm not saying. Please don't take it like no. Women can play football, just badly.
Cancel, man.
No, but how football like?
Actually, I was more into sports. I was never into glamour world, and also I used to look like a guy before, like more of like masculine guy, like wearing football t-shirt and half pant shorts and like running around playing football. And and I played football since when I was like class 6. That's like 10 to 15 years ago. So.
And how do you go from football to?
It's funny because I played sports till my college days. Like even I represented my college in football.
That was
So-
the year you lost, right?
Oh,
I'm joking. Don't take it so personally. Oh, the sorrow in her eyes. folks.
So yeah, I'm a goalie. So I play as a goalkeeper, since I look a little bit taller than other girls. So yeah, I was goalie, and also I hate running, and that's why the reason why I chose to be goalie is like you don't have to practice more or like do a warm up and like run. So I chose to be goalie, and after that, after college, I stopped playing football, and you know how like there's a phase right after college, you are jobless, you have nothing to do.
Oh, so that's supposed to be after college, not right now, right? Like for me, that's right now still.
Me too.
No, you're doing something much better, trust me.
Me too, but
But-
yeah. But yeah. So after college, I was going through that phase like, I don't have jobs. I was applying for jobs and I didn't get any. So I was like every time, no job. And then suddenly there's an announcement for Miss Bhutan audition, or not audition, but registration. And I used to think like, what kind of girls go for pageant, you know? That's not me, but like, who, like how, what kind of girls? I used to think like that.
Oh, so you didn't really believe in beauty pageants?
No.
Okay.
I was like,
Is there a height requirement for Bhutanese?
not really, because when you look at it,
You can join, Norla.
when you look at it, I feel like many Bhutanese have like average height of like 5'4" or 5'5", but the requirement is 5'4" above. But they have to like you know, sort it out, like
Adjust
most
them.
adjust, of course, because
Stress
all,
them out.
yeah, but also so when you till I think September 29 was the last date for registration. Till like 1.5 months, I was like, no. I mean, most of my friends were like tagging me in the post, like, Devka, you should try, you should go for it. Like, nah. And maybe the last day, 29th of September, was like, I was super like, you know, tired. I was up till 5 a.m. Because I was so paranoid, like, I don't have job, I need to do something. And I really felt I'll get a job right after my college. That's something very weird. I consider myself as very independent and like, you know, I can do more. But when you look at the grades, it was
Did you
just...
do RCSC?
no.
It's okay, neither did I.
So yeah, you know, I actually thought I'm the smartest one from my family. I will get a job, like, but most of the time my marks criteria was,
Okay.
you know. So, and then I realized, why not? Maybe I should give a try. Maybe it's a call, you know. It was like last date of registration, and 5 a.m. someone tagged me again, and I was like, why not? Maybe
I
it's a
should
call.
go around.
Maybe it's a call. Something is like coming towards me. So I just registered it. I sent my pictures, and yeah, that's how
where I
the rest
found
is the
myself,
history.
so,
Yeah, the rest.
Have you gotten any gigs? Gigs / topic
It's very funny in.
Like I saw you some of the posts from Blushing Boots.
Oh yeah. They are the first I think fashion brand who called me for modeling. You know, and I felt like it's important. It starts with like scratch, right? So I also feel like Blushing Booth is something I can connect with. So I agreed to like do a fashion. Yeah, but pictures for them.
We are going to censor the company she just mentioned right now because they are not giving us money for
Oh yeah.
No sponsorship for you. Sorry.
So, okay, yes.
But like you were going on with the pageantry, yeah. So
Yeah,
till-
that's how, like, I thought I'll go just get into audition, like, oh, why not? If they call me for audition, I'll go there and like blah 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 do my thing. So I didn't even prepare myself, like, oh, it's chill, I'll just go there and be there and be myself. I was a little bit like scared about Zonka. Yeah, but I know how to talk Zonka, but atsitsi, just to
Inki gitsire panretsu.
oh yeah, I don't want to mess it up like that, so I was a bit scared, but I think I nailed it.
I wanted to ask, is there any, being Miss Intellectual, is there any smart women, would you say, who's very smart, who competed in Miss Bhutan?
What do you mean?
Like, they're very articulate, they know what they're doing. Besides modeling, they're very...
Of course. I mean, most of the girls who were in Miss Bhutan were actually, they were like more of their, they were thinking more of their jobs, and most of them were like into jobs, and modeling was like, oh, just to give
It's
a
a
try.
side
It's
hobby.
a side. Okay, maybe we'll try kind of thing. I think they were like, all of them were like super powerful and super smart, and they were like a lot more than just a beauty, and that's what I feel personally.
Oh, okay. Because like the idea, we already spoke about this a while ago. Like, I have never understood the idea of pageants. At the same time, not just saying for women, I don't understand the idea of pageants for men either. I'm very confused by it. But then again, I understand that just because I don't understand it does not mean that other people shouldn't actively take a part in it. And with the Miss Bhutan entire with the entire pageantry, like, what was that process like now? I mean, you just told us about the whole like registering into it. Like, what happens in a pageant exactly? I'm sure you guys know because Tash Chombel was here last time and she probably told you, but I have no idea.
Well, look, I asked this same question, like, what kind of people goes for pageantry? Are they like, is it like they should be beautiful, or is it about looks, or is it about body? I used to question myself a lot, and then so when I'm actually in it, then I realize what beauty pageant actually is, So, like I said, I just registered it for fun, and then I got selected in audition as well. And I was like, ooh, that's even huge, and I thought like, oh, it's gonna be more fun. You just have to be there and like, show your face. But it's not like that, When I was actually in that stage, I realized it's more than that, like how I started my journey from being a super sporty girl to like pageant. Like, it's the beauty, the popularity, of course, but I felt like attending seminars, attending programs, grooming class. The grooming itself is so powerful, right? Like, from the few girls used to give an example, like from potato to French fries.
What?
Like, shaping.
How?
Molding.
You went. I'm not saying that I understand the analogy, but
Not in a
Sizzling
literal
hot.
way.
no, but I'm like, why would, like, you could have said like from caterpillar to butterfly.
No,
Oh, that's, oh my god,
Sizzling
no,
hot
I
with a dash of saltiness.
Oh no, that's what I.
damn it, I should have given that. Yeah.
No, that's
from
not.
caterpillar to butterfly. Okay.
No, but then potato to French. Clearly, you girls were being starved during the pageantry. No oily foods for you. But sorry, go on. Yeah.
Like especially attending few sessions there, it was not only like how to groom yourself in a physical way. They were most of the shows were like sessions were like into mental health, about well-being, and all into more of like inner being instead of like more of physical. You know what I mean?
Self-improvement.
Yeah. So I feel like, it's like the way he asked. I feel like modeling and actual pageantry is way beyond than beauty.
Like when you went for Miss Supermodel Worldwide, do you have this fear that I might not represent my country in the best way I can? So try
Of
to give it
course.
your best.
Mhm.
So do you
Actually,
fear that fear? Like
Wow, Norla coming in with the
Yeah.
hard-hitting questions. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I always say this, like, when I was representing my country, so how many hardship I had to face, like, coming from middle class family was like of course huge hurdles and challenges, but you know what, there were like a huge responsibility on my head, like, will I represent my country in a better way?
Yeah.
Like, this was one pressure I was going through a lot. I was too hard on myself, to be honest. Maybe 5 days ago, when I was packing, I cried at 3 a.m. because I couldn't hold it. Like, I felt like, oh my god, I'm going there. Do you think I'll represent it better? Or how will I come back home?
Or what if I do something embarrassing that gets captured?
That was less of a problem, but
Okay.
more of like, how will I come back home after investing this much money of my parents, So they invested everything for me. They actually saved money for me. I actually asked them, like, maybe, for October you can, like, let me be me, or do my thing, let me do my thing, so that when I come back I'll give you back. That was a pressure, and all on top of that, like, everything was like, coming in, like, oh my god, I need to represent my country. It's not you going there, it's Devka. Not only Devka, it was like Bhutan, Miss Bhutan. They never call me like Devka.
Exactly, yeah.
In my pageant, in that show, everyone used to call each other by their country's name. So that pressure was there. Like, what should I take? I need to show something Bhutanese, like, even
Authentic.
like authentic. Like, that's why it was also my aim to take all the Bhutanese product. Did I talk about that?
I do remember before you left. I remember you were running around a lot, looking for like people to. You were trying to get hold of people who could get you in touch with.
Yeah, actually, it's like this. When you take souvenirs or when you wear something there in that pageant, people see, you take pictures there. Obviously, people will see what kind of like clothes you wear. Obviously, that these are things that you see in pictures. But personally, when I was going there, I wanted to take all authentic Bhutanese product. It's just nice, I feel like Bhutan has so many things to offer to the world, and I felt that especially how rich our textile is,
Did you have to wear kira in one of the
of course. So that's one thing, but also, like, when you wear like dresses, gown and all, I really wanted to take something which looks very Bhutanese aesthetic. So I was running around to shops or designers, few like Bhutanese designers, and also souvenirs. I took all the souvenirs from Bhutan, and that's why I'm thankful for that, who helped me in that journey, especially few entrepreneurs who make authentic Bhutanese products. So I took that because I don't want to just like buy from handicraft and say like, oh, this is Bhutanese product, and give it to them, to make it more connected with Bhutanese product and other pageants contestants. So I took all authentic Bhutanese product. So yeah.
So besides, the kira, is there any traditional dress from the outside countries that you personally fell in love with?
Inside
Within your contestants.
Yeah.
Like, I feel everyone has like very rich culture, and like they were giving out their best, but I personally liked Miss Indonesia costume. It was super giant. She looked like a Wonder Woman.
If we can find the picture, we have to
yeah, she actually looked like a goddess, yellow, all golden yellow, and there's a big wings from behind, and it was super heavy. I my heart goes out for her. Like she was literally carrying that all night, you know. And yeah, our clothes is very rich, but it's very simple, you know. They're just
Minimalistic.
Minimal,
minimal,
yeah.
but very rich. I think
The patterns are very intricate. No?
the choices of kira that I took, I'm personally so glad that I took that kira. You know, it's kishtara, black kishtara, and also Tego was designed by our Bhutanese designers. So I'm glad I took that.
I saw some on your, because before I had to like just do a little bit of, when you were posting some of the pictures, I noticed you'd even given them like, did you give them something from I forgot that shop that's near Doji Elements? Those twin artists, what was that? Bhutan Pro, Druk Pro. Yeah, you had given them that stuff as well, right?
No, I didn't take anything from them.
Oh dear, okay. Sorry, my mistake then. I must have misread something.
Actually, Anabimba, Drukpro, I went for shooting, so in return I gave them video.
Ah, okay.
I actually wanted to take that scarf, twin brothers scarf.
Oh, okay, that's what I saw. Okay, then that's
Yeah, I wanted to take that scarf so bad. Maybe I would have like wore with bikini or maybe, you know, scarf, just like that. But unluckily, you know, I think the owner left for some exhibition.
Oh yeah, they're in Belgium.
So yeah.
No, but then but what I did like was because I know personally from before you left that you were really running up and down looking for gifts and souvenirs that you could give, and I think that like that takes a special kind of effort to do that,
And
to not just go for, you weren't just, again, like you weren't going for these things that make Bhutan what they are, like what we see in the magazines, right? Like I noticed you were going for like these tiny trinkets, you were going for these smaller, more what's the word here, I'm not going to say authentic, personal
and
products.
and also, can you believe I took souvenirs for everyone, not just for like 17 contestants, but all the people who helped me, like from lobby boy, room service people. I was gifting them everything, even like directors from that hotels, and I took like one luggage of souvenirs.
Must have been difficult to pay for that at Ruke. Madam, your suitcase is overweight, what's in it? Trinkets.
Yeah, like even I'm so glad like few friends who helped me to give painting, because I thought I should really take their paintings as souvenirs. Also, like, you know, my main motive is to like connect local artists with beauty pageant, but it didn't go as I planned. Because it was like too rushing, we are giving each other, and but also like I was telling them personally, like, could you please tag the
These artists,
artists, so that they will love it. I was giving them, but I'm sure they were like super busy, they couldn't do it. But few of the girls, like, they did it. I'm so glad that they did it. And yeah, it was like one luggage. Everyone was gifting, like, it's fine, like it's very easy to carry. Like some of them gifted me earrings, like keychain, and you know, small stuff. But I was maybe thinking too much that I should take more. I really should take Bhutanese product. I was like, you said, no, coming back to your question, like how pressurized were you when it comes to representing? I really want to try more and give extra when it comes to giving products from Bhutan. You know, I want them to remember what we have. So yeah, I gave Thamka as national souvenir.
To whom?
We are supposed to give souvenirs to everyone, for personally, or to our director, international director, who is also the founder of Supermodel. We have to present our national gift, like not only for contestant but also for the actual gift.
So everyone has to give a national souvenir to the director of the
Do you know what
pageant.
was on the tanka?
Is it lucky sai?
Tashitake.
Yeah. that was it. From
There's a tanka hanging in some director's office right now.
So,
You're very lucky, sir.
so Devika, like when you're modeling and you find gigs, but people let you, do you have any limits on what you can do? For example, some models, they won't model because in the shoot they have to wear these fur coats because so they support animal rights.
Mhm.
So they don't do that. Is there
Do you
any
have a
for
limit?
you? Yeah. I won't do that. If
you know, it's very tricky in Bhutan. You don't get it at all. So how come you can like, oh, how can you be
Nitpick.
choosy
True,
or
again.
picky? You know what? So I get very limited offers,
offers.
especially for modeling. I don't know why, because like you know, to do marketing stuff, it's very new to Bhutan. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
so.
I think right now the idea of marketing is just, I'll post. I think it is changing, but for most people, it's just, I have a shop, I have a product, I'll put it up on Facebook. People will come. If they don't come, who cares? It's very few people who are like,
Yeah, it's like a pyramid, you know, like top of the pyramid knows the value of marketing and putting artists in marketing, you know, and paying them, you know,
Properly.
So,
Madam, please model this shirt for us. I'll pay you in momos.
yeah. So, coming back to your question, yes, I do a lot, especially if they ask me to do cosmetics. I really think about like if I resonate with the product or not, you know. I just don't want to be there and show my face with a product like this and like, you know, telling people this is good product when this is not.
Or you
Actually
haven't
not.
tried it also.
Yeah. So it's like conflict of interest. Or,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also, you know, when it comes to, I see like the designers, especially because I can connect with them, you know, I say yes to them easily because I can connect with them first thing. And also sustainable fashion is something I really like to promote, especially Bhutanese designers. Most of them are focused on sustainable fashion, you know. I don't want to name it, but there are few designers who are into organic stuff. So when they ask me for a help or when they ask me for a shoot, I just like say yes, you know, because that's the area where I connect with, so I don't mind doing it. But there are also people who ask me to do for product which I feel it's not good, and I did a shoot where it was vegan and cruelty free. I said like, okay, I'll do it for you. So it was simple as that. But
I probably would, if they had asked me, I would have probably said yes, but only if I get to beat up a vegan. No cruelty free.
okay.
I'm joking, vegans. No need to raise your skinny shriveled arms up at me. Sorry, go on. Yes, vegan cruelty free.
Yeah, so these are a few products that I can resonate with, so I can do it for them. Or maybe like, you know, it's a weird thing. People ask me how much do I get for shooting.
How much do you get for shooting? You're not gonna tell us. Don't tell us.
But to be honest,
Dude.
Chilola.
Pretend like you're talking
One
about
like,
No, but okay, that's a personal question. We're not going to go there. But now, especially because we were talking quite a bit about the Supermodel Worldwide thing. How did you come by it? Like what was basically how did you end up
Find
going
out.
there? Yeah.
After Miss Bhutan, you know, I thought I'll stop doing pageantry thing. And I actually thought I'll just like, it's okay now, I'll get back to working. Because
Going back to playing football?
No.
job searching.
Oh,
Job
that.
searching,
Okay.
you know. So yeah, actually I thought I'll work.
Stop.
The camera died.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So you'll
And
work.
I thought I'll work because I invested so much on Miss Bhutan as well, right? So, you know, when you go there, obviously it's not like I was jobless back then, so my parents had to do it all for me. So they invested huge amount for me, and right after Miss Bhutan, I was like, I'm jobless again. I need to do something now. When I thought like, okay, I'll work now. Someone came to me and asked me like if I want to go for Miss Supermodel Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Sorry. I had to do it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, why not? You know, it's like maybe this a connection. It's a call. I believe in manifestation also. I believe in like, you know, connection, energy, and like the way I mean, right after Miss Bhutan, the reason why I got Miss Supermodel offer was also I felt like, oh, there should be something coming for me as well, you know. So I was like, okay, why not? So I asked them, what's the thing coming? Like, what do I get? And also they said like all the expenses will be paid from us and everything will be done. But the only thing you have to do is
Represent the country.
And buy your own stuffs. And it was okay, right? I can buy these stuffs and I'll use it myself, and it was fine. So after there's like we did a photo shoot, everything we're done, and we're officially announced as Miss Supermodel Worldwide 2022. Devka is representing blah 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 blah. And you know, things started coming up like, oh, okay, I have to do this, I have to practice. And to be honest, I went there directly. I didn't practice at all. I didn't get any grooming. And also my parents were like
Scandal. Sorry.
so my parents invested like huge amount, to be honest. Like they were actually happy for me, you know. But side by side they were telling me like, you should get a job. You know, stop doing that now. It's like it's never ending thing. When will you go? Like, please give me till October. I'll do it by October, you know. I'll prove you that I'll get something in October, at least by October. So they're like, okay, we'll wait for you. And then they invested like huge amount, because to go there is also like, you know.
So you have to sponsor the hotels and stuff as well?
No, I'll come back to it.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so it was easier for me because the agency who was supposed to take me out, they should pay my fees and
Okay.
yeah,
Your
flight.
flights and your hotels.
So it was less burden for me. So it was like, okay, never mind. I can do that, you know. So I invested everything in Amina, especially my mom. She owns a restaurant, so usually she don't get a lot of money. Actually,
Should we shout out her restaurant? Shout out your mom's restaurant. People should go there.
Yeah, it's in very rural area, so hardly people comes there. So
Now they will.
so it's in Punakha. So she runs a small canteen, like, you know, she sells this kind of dish. So I understand how much
She had to invest.
Yeah.
How much?
Work hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she invested all, and then maybe 5 days ago, before going for
That name though. Can I read
for
it?
pageant,
Can I say that name?
Hitler mom.
Hitler mom.
Oh wow.
When
Okay.
I am long live mom, it's like Hitler mom.
Oh wow.
She's calling me.
Why did you call your mom Hitler?
so okay.
You don't wanna know.
I feel so hot right now. Anyway.
It's the lights.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Your mom put
Invested so
Yeah.
much.
So last night maybe 5 days before I left for competition, they just stopped responding. My agency.
Oh, your agency.
So it became one extra, you know, hassle. I was packing. So it's so funny that I was packing, I was crying, and money gone. Everything was like done, you know, because already I used for shopping, right? So flight ticket was left, like nobody was responding. So they said like, I don't know how do I say it. It's actually bad to say it, but they actually said like, not they. I kind of got one number from them, like you should call him to do that. And I called him like, hey, so I need my flight ticket. I need to get flight ticket as soon as possible. So could you please help me? and he actually said like, "Oh, you shouldn't wait for him, ba. You know, you shouldn't wait for him. Why don't you do it yourself? We'll pay back. You know, when you come back, we'll pay back. Labbe." It's like, but they should pay now. Like it's already coming. By organizer is asking me to send tickets now. I have to go. And they suddenly said like, you know what? Devka, because
Also, they bailed out at the last minute.
yeah, and they actually said like, "Chikogi chil that since I'm baby ya courtesy thole baby me lo."
Okay.
And it was so sad, you know, like I'm representing my country and they just said like, "Courtesy ki thole baby me," and I was like, "Oh, I invested this much money." So in a way, I just crumbled down, like, you know, I felt like someone just took away snatched away my opportunities. And I'm not that person who just sit down and like think like, "Oh, I didn't go there because my ticket from Aditya," you know. I don't want to be that person in my, you know, late 30s or, you know, like when I'm old, like, and think like, "Oh,
I could have done this.
I could have done this, but tiruma debate." And I actually felt like ticket betsubdon sinai. Ma jo ticket betsubdon, I'll go. And I asked money, not to my parents because they've been through a lot already. Like, oh, Kimi Jada, I could the ticket betsub. It's Bhutan, right? So you know everyone. So I asked my friend.
Really?
Of course, like you have your relatives, but I actually chose. My friends, and they are so nice to me that they were like rooting for me, you know. They helped me in all, like from day one, and they just like sent me your account number. Can you believe? I was like, what did I do to deserve you?
Who are these friends? Because I could... Yeah, me too. I could use such friends.
Actually, I didn't expect that from them. Like, they just like, you know, I don't want to name it, but I'm sure he or she will know it. Like, but I'm actually...
You don't want to give their name out. People will start haggling them for money.
Yeah.
Send you a friend request. Also send you a friend.
Bro, need a lakh.
So, yeah, they were so nice because they have seen me struggle, right? From day one to preparing my, like, everything to, like, they were actually happy for me. So they just like, "Oh, it's okay." You know, I actually thought I'll maybe go to Nepal, or maybe after Miss Supermodel I'll get few money from that show, or maybe I'll get a job, a photoshoot job, and I thought I'll pay back that way. So it was just a ticket thing. So I booked the ticket, I got the ticket, and boom, went to Delhi.
Damn.
And then
this is history.
it's a sad story coming. Ta-da!
Oh God! Do I need tissue papers?
No.
Do I need tissue papers?
No, actually the song should be.
You find the song. We'll do it.
Okay. So actually, I went down there. So it was super fun. Can you believe? Like we're in luxurious hotel. Every girls were there. Are you bored?
No. I'm listening.
Okay.
Especially when you mention pretty girls.
Pretty ladies more.
Yeah. Sorry, Tenzin.
So, so actually, yeah, I went down there and I was having fun. That's where the actual jobs comes in. Challenge. And then we had a shoot right after going down there. I woke up at like maybe around 7. No, my flight was like at 7. So I reached down there. In Indian airport was like super...
T3 is...
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can you believe I was wearing these high heels in airport? Oh my God. Yeah, because I thought like I'll
Did
take
you leave
picture.
like giant holes in the...
No,
They're like, who's wearing high heels here?
So we had to like take pictures and send it, no? Miss Bhutan is coming for Supermodel kind of. So we had to take that picture. And my bad, I forgot to like take it off and like, you know, changed my shoes because it's like huge luggage. You can't go there and change it. So I was wearing hot pink shoes.
Hitler mom.
No,
Not
that's
Hitler
not.
mom.
So pink shoes. So I went there. I was about to cry in airport.
Kinder.
Okay.
Hitler Kinder.
Okay. Sorry.
So I actually felt like, oh my god, I'm gonna die here because nobody there. I didn't have like scene, nothing there, and I was in high heels waiting for someone to pick me up. Suddenly they came and picked me up, and it was nice. And I met one contestant in airport, which was nice. So I went directly to shoot because we had like photo shoot for national costume. So we went there, and then my organizer came in and like asked me, "Devka, can you come here?"
And you said yes, sir.
Yes sir. And I can speak Hindi, right? So क्या sir, कुछ काम था क्या?
Dude,
you
your
stop
phone
it?
on silent.
So
Yeah, sorry, go on.
So-
So, क्या काम था?
yeah, कुछ काम था क्या? And he said like, the agency that you're supposed to
Yeah,
come
the ones who are supposed to send you.
send me are supposed to send 41,000 for you. Like what? For what? And they said it's a fee, Devka. So you should pay this much. So your agency.
So it's like an entrance fee.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So wait, y'all have entrance fees in pageants? I'm so sorry. We'll go
I mean,
back. I'm just kind of
it depends
confused.
on different pageants, like
Huh.
for that particular pageants, I had to pay it's like entrance fee, franchise fee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were supposed to pay this much amount, and then can you believe the girl who booked her own ticket, who already invested in shopping and tickets, and now the thing was I had to pay my franchise fee. That was a huge amount for me, to be honest. When I went from here, when I booked my ticket, everything came down. Like my budget has to like be tighter. It was so tight that when I went down there, I thought I'll buy eyelashes, maybe few makeups, but that thing happened, so I couldn't even buy eyelashes.
Okay.
So I actually took one lash, cut it in half, and pasted it here.
Okay.
And I'm just giving an example. Like I wanted to take lipstick, maybe few colors of lipstick, but
So basically, your budget was already tight, and
Oh,
now it
super
became tighter.
even like yeah, I wanted to buy lipstick. I took one lipstick and it was so precious. It's like a gold. What if I lost it and I'll lose it there and I can't get it?
As a man, I do not understand that logic,
But-
but
Struggle,
yeah.
But yeah, I literally, and I went down there and I just told them like, give me some time. I'll get back to you. I'll call my agency. So I started calling them. They didn't they were nowhere to found. I don't know what happened. I don't know what to say because I don't know what's going on in your life, but I think that you should have like at least
Decency and responsibility.
yeah, that's so careless.
Yeah, I
no?
think no, but again, like that's something that a lot of Bhutanese do actually. To be honest with you, like I've had times where I've had to like send work emails, and it's not the same thing, but in general, like when I send work emails, I have to call people and tell them like I have sent you an email, please respond, and then they'll say, oh wait, sir. Then they'll see the email. Oh, just saw it right now. We'll respond. Then no respond. Then again, one day later, call them back. Where is the response? I need this work done right now. And it's a really shitty behavior that a lot of Bhutanese people have actually, to be honest with you, the impromptu responses. Like sometimes, when you're working and you, like somebody, like you're applying for something, right? Like I've applied for jobs where I've sent them my CV and everything, and then no response comes back, right? And then you call them and you're like, I sent you this CV and all. And then they'll be like, oh, we're so sorry. We already hired someone else. The least you can do is send a response saying that we are sorry. Thank you for trying. I think that response does a lot, because one of the worst things that happens which I'm sure happened in your situation, is when you don't get a response, you are left in that perpetual fact of
Yeah.
Certainty.
uncertainty. Like, what do I do now? What if they respond? If I ask for money from someone else and they give me and suddenly they respond, then what's going to happen? You know, that state of uncertainty is something that I think a lot of people seem to love letting other people revel in.
I mean, that's so cruel, you know. The fact that I didn't like is like, I'm an independent woman. I'm a strong person. I really felt like I can sort this out. And just imagine, it's 41,000. It's not a joke. And also you have to come back home. You have to book ticket again, right?
And you were staying in a luxurious hotel.
Yeah. So what if, you know, it was all there and you...
Seen here, Miss Bhutan Devka Gale washing plates at a 5-star hotel.
And the funny, I mean, the saddest thing was like, what if, in my place, what if it was like someone else?
Yeah,
you know?
True.
And I'm so sad now when I talk about it. When I think about it, I was so vulnerable asking money. Because I don't want to tell this to my parents, right? Because I knew what's coming. If I tell them, they will obviously panic. And one thing would be paranoid. Because that was, I mean, I asked this time for them. I mean, from them, like till October.
Yeah, to let you do what you want.
Yeah. And now these things will obviously gonna paranoid them. Like, if I ask them for next job, or maybe if I want to like say this kind of thing, I want to go out, and they'll obviously get paranoid. And so I was thinking that, and I feel so when I think about it, I was so vulnerable. Like, even if someone texts me like, what happened, and then I wanted to tell them, can I ask can I ask him money or her money? Like, should I, like, actually, you know, you are in different country.
Yeah.
And like, you become so vulnerable. Like, also there were like few people who said like, I'm gonna help. And I'm that person who trusts people so easily. I feel like you know, the other person are like me only. You know, I feel like they are the reflection of me. They are as good as me. And they must be thinking good about me. Because I never think bad about about people, you know. So whenever they say like, I'll help you, I genuinely thought like, they're gonna help me. So it was again an extra work for me to ask them every day, like, hey, are you sending me money, or are you sure you're gonna help me? And they were like, yeah, obviously I'll send you money. It went on and on and on and on. The negativity was right there. It accumulated like anything, and I started blaming myself. You know, I actually thought the parcel that has been not, delivering to me was because of me. And it started connecting, like, and I was scared that I might pass this bad energies to people. I was thinking about, oh my god, what if I brings out like bad energy to the other contestant. I was thinking about that. That's why whenever I was like with them, I made sure that I was like so happy, and also smiling,
keeping up appearances.
Yeah, and I was constantly in front of camera. I was like laughing, but every time I go back to my room, I just sat down and like I bite my nails when I'm uncomfortable, when I'm feeling anxious. Like, I was like biting my nails and like, oh, how do I get the money? Should I ask another people, or what should I do? And you know, like, I was embarrassed of myself, and also like, how would I do it? But deep inside, I knew that something was coming, right? So I was so scared, and also like, yeah, it's not good at all when I think about it. So how do I say it? I don't have words to explain how I felt it.
I can't imagine anyone would. Not in that situation, because firstly, this is your first time in Delhi, isn't it?
Yeah. It was first time in Delhi, and thank God the organizers were like super nice. They all just asked me like, what's the update, you know? And actually, you know, when I say like, I'll give tomorrow or day after, it will happen in next 2 days. Like, embarrassed, you know? I felt like I was lying to them. And actually I was not lying. I was actually waiting for someone to
Help
sent
you
me,
out,
helped me out. And then it kept on like till finale. I couldn't pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to go home. And when I got this award, Miss Intellectual Award, I wasn't happy at all.
Mm.
Because okay, I was like happy for the second and I took picture, but I felt so underappreciated there, for not from them, but from obviously like
What was happening?
yeah
Basically,
around
yeah.
and
Yeah, the energy probably would not have.
yeah, and also like I started blaming myself. Okay,
Mm.
like literally everything was like going downhill,
Mm.
and why, and in a way, early in the morning, I was listening to His Majesty's speech and Kupa a lot in order to get motivation and in order to like, you know, get positivity.
Mm-hmm.
And I always look for positivity
Quotes.
quotes and positivity music
Mm-hmm.
early in the morning. Maybe, you know, one music will change my whole day.
Mm.
Maybe because I listen to this, maybe that would help me. There's a hope, you know, like maybe today,
It'll get better.
yeah, it will get better. That's why I was, you know, keeping up that smile on their face. I like, I always tell this like, it's like a connecting dots, you know, when how you wake up in the morning and how you.
Hitler mom.
So I was actually, you know, hoping that something will change today. And actually it didn't. I think I was so jumbled up inside that pain and like negativity.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, at last I had to tell my parents. Not me, but my best friend told my parents.
Oh,
They found it from third person and they were like super angry. You know, obviously, what do you think of yourself? You think you are independent, staying in, stranded in another country, and you know, you thought you can do it yourself, and it's not even 1,000, 2,000.
Mm.
You know, it's about whole $500 thing. So they found out from someone else, and my relatives found out. Everyone found out, and they thought like they will help me. And now the problem was 17 was the last due date and it was already 18. And I also have to pay my extra hotel bill. And I was in luxurious hotel, obviously 5-star hotel. So isn't it boring?
No.
Because
I'm sorry, it's kind of weird, but I'm kind of liking the story.
I didn't cry at all, you know.
Mm.
I thought I didn't want to cry there. I felt like I would get so weak if I cry like this, and every time I was like, you know,
Keeping it together.
yeah, keeping it together and like, no, Devka, don't cry. No. I think something will happen. And then they found out and they booked my ticket. It was not about ticket, by the way. You know, I would love to stay in Delhi for longer days because I knew that obviously I have like friends who will help me, and also for accommodation, like, you know, there were like few friends who was like, you can stay over at my place if it's not okay for you to stay in hotels. It was actually not staying in Delhi, but actually how would I pay the bill was the problem. Because my organizer was about to check out and he was waiting for me, and he was so nice to me that, you know, he actually wanted me to, like, you know, sort it out and finish this up, and he even told me that go back home and you can pay from Bhutan. But in a way I don't want to be in debt, like, I have to pay anyway, so it's gonna be lengthy way.
It's okay, Norla.
So actually to send money was also a problem. It was 41,000, so nobody was willing to send money. I don't know why my mom, actually, you know, my parents, like, one was in a workplace, one was in restaurant. They didn't discuss each other. So my mom sent money to one
One of the.
helper, a worker, to send me money, and I sent account number of organizer to dad, not my mom. So that guy sent it to another guy from India, and that guy was supposed to bring money by 18th early in the morning, because we had to like check out now. 12 p.m. was the timing, and then that guy got the money, and he stopped responding again.
Oh,
Can you believe? I was like,
what a roller coaster.
तुम यहाँ आ सकते हो क्या? You know, अभी आओ. I was telling him, screaming.
Oh, the guy in India who got the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, my mom asked a worker to send the money, because it's easier for them to send money to India, because they already had like documents and all.
Oh, okay. One of the foreign workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that guy sent money to his friend
in Delhi,
because he thought that it's easier. He can come to my hotel and give it to me directly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that person stopped responding.
Yeah, 41,000 gone.
And I was like super pissed off, like, again, not again. हुन्छ नि क्या हो? Already त्यहाँ पैसा तिर्नु नसकेर कस्तो भइरहेको छ. On top of that, that guy stopped responding. Like literally at 12 p.m. it's the last time.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry again, okay? I think he will respond. I kept on calling him, trying to respond. And actually, my organizer said, like, Devka, you can stay here one night. Okay, thank God, I can stay here one night. And they said, like, they'll give discounts and like, okay, fine. I think by tonight, you know, it will happen. It should happen. I was keeping up, like, oh, okay, I should be more positive again. And last month, that guy responded at 5:30. My account is blocked now. Why God, why me? मेरे साथ ही क्यों होना था? You know why? And then, you know, my mom sent money again.
Okay.
So that's like she sent like 45,000 first, and she again sent it to my sister to transfer from PNB bank. So she again sent like 42,000 to my sister, and it was already 2:30 something. So my sister went to bank and was doing everything, and bank said
no transactions.
No transaction. It's 3 p.m. You need RMA documentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, so what happened to the other 45,000 from the guy who was blocked?
Another story.
Okay, never mind.
So
we'll not go there.
So yeah.
You are a lucky man, sir.
Can you believe, like, it was not only one problem. It kept on piling up. Like, the guy who was supposed to give me money is not his account is blocked.
Allegedly.
Yeah, blocked. And my sister who was trying to give me money was having problem with documentation now.
With the PNB.
Yeah. They were like saying, get a PNB.
Get an RMA letter. Because 3 p.m. transaction.
So how did you make it to the end?
And I was like...
She held on to the Drucker
yeah, tied like that.
With this like, blowing in the wind in the back.
Yeah. And then from she texted me like, this can't happen today. I just turned my phone like this, like, and I just sat down. I have this carpet therapy. I always say this to my friends, like, I just lie down on the carpet and cry, or, you know, listen to music, or just like after 10 minutes you get up and like, I'm good now.
Okay.
That's my carpet therapy.
You're just letting it out.
Yeah. That was the last time I was like, no, I should cry now. This isn't happening. I bottled up so many things inside. It was like, you know, I was shivering. I was like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do now? This is actually happening to me. I don't think I'll go back.
Carpet therapy?
10 seconds.
10 seconds, like which one?
Carpet theory. I have so many things bottled up.
Yeah. So actually, I felt like it's good to cry because I kept it so many things inside. I bottled up so many things inside that that really affected me. It was going inside here, you know. I, in a way, I felt like, what if I die here? Would people care more, or would?
You were thinking of worst case scenarios. Basically.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It sounds like an episode from Banged Up Abroad. Did you watch the show?
What? Do you mean Locked Up Abroad?
It's Banged Up Abroad.
Is Banged Up? Isn't it Locked Up Abroad? Okay, sorry, then we're thinking of the wrong movie.
You'll be alright.
So yeah, you know, like I actually every morning when I was like I need to represent it. I have to represent my country in the best way. I don't have time for crying. I don't have time for negativity. I in a way felt like if I keep on thinking about this problem, I thought I will not able to give out best of me to people, you know. And it's an international pageant. You become so invisible sometimes when you can't like give out so much, like because you know I feel like if I'm more positive, I feel like I can be more visible and can give out to people, but actually that things was so inside that I couldn't, like I was trying to like, you know,
like
zoned out in a way, like
because your mind is occupied with so many things.
So actually I used to say this to myself, like I don't deserve this. I'm cheap, you know. I'm trying this much. Why is it not happening? I'm thinking positive. Like why is this not happening? You know, like it's a country. It's a whole country. I should be. I'm caring right now. Devka, stop doing that. No time for, you know, crying. So that was the last time I felt like no, I'm done. Chorte. You know, stop it. Stop being strong person when you are not strong. And I just crumbled down like. I actually feel it's very fresh, you know. I actually went down on the carpet and I lied down. I'm actually crying.
Okay.
I went down and I cried like, no, this is not fair. I'm not that person, you know.
Bet you're done.
Sorry. Keep going. We get the audio now. So you were telling us about, like, before we took that short breather, this is the first episode we've had to take a break.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you were telling us about how it goes. So, I'm sure it's not easy to get over such a difficult situation. I can't really imagine how you were all by yourself in a different country and you were having to face all of that. But at the same time, you got back and you came back with a title. You didn't win the thing, but you got something for it. And I think that is a testament to
how much you've endured.
Yeah, how much you've endured. Thank you.
Yeah. And actually for me to get Miss Intellectual title, also like they have seen me go through all this, no? So as organizer, they have seen me like being vulnerable and keeping up with the show. At the same time, they were super shocked that all this time, everybody, not everyone, but few of them knew about my situation. They actually came to me and like, how can you smile all this time when you are going through this? They were like, okay, we're gonna help you. It's just $200, you know, to get back home. I'll help you. There were people like that, and I'm so glad there were people who were actually, you know, we are stranger there, right? But still then, organizer, all the people there were like, we're gonna help you, it's okay, you're like a sister to me, sister to us, so we're gonna help you. And to get a Miss Intellectual title means a lot to me as well as to everyone out there, especially Bhutanese girls. I feel young girls who feel like you should come forward for pageantry world. The story that I shared,
it's a rare case, hopefully.
And also I just want to advocate on, you know, to be in glamorous world, it's not only always about
looking
pretty and like, you know, it's not always fun, you know. So things like this happen. So I just want to say this to you, that be careful of what you, I mean, especially when it comes to agency or people who says like, I'm gonna help you, or any girls can be vulnerable. I'm
And
not-
taken advantage of.
yeah, yeah. I'm thank God I'm strong enough to, face this and get out of it. But my heart goes out to all the young girls, especially who think that pageant is all about beauty. It's not, glamour. So be careful. So I don't want anyone to go through that thing like I have like been through. So for me, I think Miss Intellectual was so important. I really want to dedicate this title to young girls who think that you're not beautiful enough, or you're like not tall enough to represent your country. You can be anything you like. I feel like when it comes to like going there and representing, you just have to be you. That's what I did, I feel, because insecurities comes and go, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe I was the shortest person there?
Okay. You're quite tall, but fine.
Shortest person with the biggest heart.
Yeah, it's
Stop crying, Norla.
so yeah.
He's not crying, we're cutting onions. H, stop cutting onions.
So
Pass me an onion.
what the?
I understand. Insecurities are...
Yeah,
They're
I
not the
never
easiest
felt
to
that
deal
way.
with.
I never felt, that way here. I'm always like, I felt like I'm comfortable with my looks, and I was okay. I was okay too. I'm cool enough to represent my country. I can do it. Mata Jodadi. And I saw all tall girls, beautiful girls and they can do makeup, and which I can't.
Yeah, man. That's your brother, man.
Put your phone on silent. Even the guest is calling you out now.
Not bad.
So yeah, it was. It's
You put
not,
your phone on silent too.
it's normal.
Is that better?
Yeah. So I think it's normal to feel that way. Even have you seen my bikini pictures?
You have bikini pictures?
Oh my god, I
He's
have.
lying, man.
Pajama.
No,
I know that. I know that Sexy Bhutan.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Yeah, they sponsored me. I'm glad they did, and thank you so much.
Shout out to Sexy.
Yeah, Sexy Bhutan. And especially I felt like I'm confident enough to represent it. I can do it. But things like this, when I had to wear bikini and walk on the stage, deep inside I was thinking, oh my god, what if it just
Wardrobe malfunction.
malfunction. And I was thinking about my scars, my like stretch marks. Should I apply lotion or cover it up? And also I didn't work out actually, because grooming room I directly went there. So Miss Bhutan Devka groom baby otherwise groom chia mabe. And so Mata Joda, it was difficult for me to walk
That stage.
bikini na, especially bikini na. I was so paranoid. I thought everything's gonna be like, oh my god. Thank god the pictures came out so well. But things like this, the example like
These insecurities.
people see me as like, oh, she's so confident, and she's like, oh, she's so cool. But I feel like everyone has that insecurities. Though
Imposter syndrome? Is it imposter syndrome?
No, it's just insecurities.
yeah, it just comes and goes, like, even though you're like perfect. Nobody's perfect, I guess. Yeah.
I think what's more telling is that a lot of the time we portray ourselves as having a life that seems perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, most people don't, like, your fans who see you, follow you on Instagram or Facebook, excuse me, they follow you, they see your pictures, your what you're doing, so they think you have a great, perfect life, right? But I think a lot of the time we fail to see that behind that camera, it's a person who genuinely has their own issues that they're dealing with. And that again goes back to, sorry, a while ago you were talking about mental health, like how you need mental, like, you know, how it helps with your mental health as well. And I think that's something that a lot of people, I think especially, need to consider a lot of the times when it comes to people like models and those people who put their life on display for as a livelihood. That it's not an easy life.
Yeah, and coming back to Miss Intellectual. So that's why this title was so important for me, because I wanted to tell this to young girls that there are pageants like this who consider not only your beauty but also
your endurance, your commitment and your drive.
I like to say this, that you should go try. You know, I mean, what if I become
something,
or maybe host Miss Supermodel Worldwide, Bhutan.
One day. That's the and you don't have to feel insecure about your bikini shots. You look much better. You still look better than me and Norla in a bikini.
Speaking about you and me, Devka, let's try to end this on a
Happy note. Yeah.
Of course.
So, do you have any tips on how we
Can look
pleasant on camera?
Yeah, because
How
this
do you
stuff
pose?
ain't getting views.
How do you pose, man? How do you bring out your stuff?
Oh my God!
Your facial features.
Do you want me to become more?
Maybe just when taking normal photos. How do you?
We need help.
Yes, we need help.
We need help. Have you seen our Instagram pictures?
They are super cool.
No, they're not.
Of course they're cool. You know why? I
feel insecure now.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, I like how funny your posts are. Like
Scroll.
before meeting you, I used to stalk you. Not stalk.
Okay,
stalk.
Jesus. Okay.
Stalk, but yeah.
So yeah, as you were saying,
You guys are so funny. Can you believe that?
That's the first person who
I
wanted.
wanted. You know what? Ngangara naune bidevate. I self-invited myself a lot of time for
well, yeah,
this.
actually, she really did want to come on the podcast. It's been a while. We just had so many guests before her that we were like, postpone it.
Because I really want to like have this and have a conversation with you. Of course, we meet each other and we talk, but also
She's a fun person to talk to, by the way.
And I think PSY-POD now more first guest to speak more than the host.
Exactly, right? For all you fuckers who say that we don't let the guests speak, this is the moment. Our redemption. Sad that Sai isn't here for it.
Really?
Yeah, most of the time we out-talk the guests.
PSY-POD after comments that they always get flamed. Let the guest talk. So
You say flamed, I say jealous.
maybe.
Start your own podcast.
I love talking. I mean, sometimes I share way a lot of things than required. Actually,
You clearly have
can
not
I
watched.
talk more, or are we done?
We probably have to.
we crossed an hour.
Yeah, we've crossed a certain time limit. Otherwise, we would love to talk more, but then we'd have a very long episode, and a lot of the time when the episodes are really long, a lot of people don't watch them because people have.
Maybe they wanna watch me now.
We can bring you on for a next guest. How's that? No, I mean, like,
Part
we'll come.
two.
Devka part 2. What are we calling this episode, by the way, Norla?
Because I have talked only.
Hitler Mother. There we go. That's the title. We got it. Hitler Mother.
This talks more than host. OMG, you won't believe this. Doctors hate her.
Yeah. But again, it was fun. I think Norla and I, even like A-Jump and I'm so sorry.
Immersed, man.
Z were very immersed in this conversation to the point that I think A-Jump shed a few tears here and there. Yes, it did. Yeah. But it was fun having you, Devka. And
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. We will definitely talk again, and given proper time, we'll have you back
Yeah,
again.
I have so many things to share. Like,
Yeah. Did you know she's also a volunteer teacher?
yeah.
See, we could have we would have loved to touch on that as well, but there is a next time for a reason.
And a tree hugger?
Yeah, of course.
She's a
oh,
tree hugger.
oh my God!
I did not know you hugged.
She's a tree hugger.
So that's
you
why
noticed
you
that?
have.
Of course, I did not.
Is that why
research
the
before I came here.
scars are there? Because you're hugging trees. Why are you hugging trees?
But that's very cool.
No, I
No,
love
you mean
doing
like actually
that.
hugging trees?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I feel so connected when I'm like touching the ground. I think that's my therapy. I love walking on the grass with no sleepers on.
I can't do that.
Oh, yeah?
I always step in shit.
You have
No,
to be careful
yeah,
of
but then
things.
I do remember there's this one guy I saw who you're a tree hugger, he's a tree kisser. And when I say kiss, I don't mean like full on like he Frenches the tree.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. I saw it on Ray William Johnson's post. You know Ray William Johnson, right? Like he shares all these weird TikTokers, and this guy just like gives the tree this sultry like eye contact, steps forward and like full on like tongues it, okay? And all I'm thinking is, did the tree consent?
Oh my god.
Tree, bark if you don't want this to happen.
Nice partner.
Yes, exactly. But Devka, again,
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that.
Yeah, of course.
I did not know
researcher
shit.
than me with the guests.
no way.
They're so
I did not
egotistical,
know
man.
about-
They
no.
don't consider. They only want to talk about themselves.
No, don't you dare, sir. Okay, sometimes. No, but I did not know about the tree hugger thing. Like, I know, like, usually when we talk about stuff, it's usually, well, we've spoken at length. I'm not going to bring up what we talk about.
How do you want to end this, brothers?
All
And
right.
Here we are at the end of all things. I will not say, do not weep, for not all tears are in evil.
All right.
It just went from here to like.
Well, again, Devka, thank you so much for coming for today's episode of the PSY-POD. Congratulations on
Thank you so much.
winning Miss Intellectual at this Miss Supermodel Worldwide. Not just for winning Miss Supermodel, but for actually enduring all that bullshit you went through and coming out and still being very positive and still being very joyful. And for those of you who are watching, and I should have said this at the start, but if you don't like to watch the podcast, you can always listen to the podcast on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Check us out there. Do subscribe to Junor. We're trying to reach 3,000 subscribers now. So one subscriber at a time. And please follow Devka on her IG handle, which will be posted in the descriptions.
Would you like to plug anything? Anything you would like to talk about?
Any new projects you're working on? Anything you'd like to tell our young viewers?
Alright.
Most of them are very young.
Well, so I already said it, like this item dedicated to all the young girls. So before I leave, I want to say this to you. I mean, this can be my story. So I feel personally that everyone should go for it. I know these things will happen, bullshit gonna happen, but make sure you go for it. You have ability to go and try, and this kind of pageantry would, personally I feel like I get so many experiences. I want that to be felt the way I felt, and I want you to feel that way, and go there, explore yourself and get experiences and be yourself. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. So I'm sending you all the love and positivity to you.
And with that,
Nice socks, Devka.
nice socks.
Yeah,
Experience kit hole exposure.
Yeah, wow.
cool this thing.
You were wearing socks.
Yeah, man.
I thought that was
the
your-
purple color, man.
Okay, I thought that was your natural skin too. Oh, I'm very traumatized now.
Yeah, I hate ending notes.
That's fine.